do the rest of that shit.
Put it in.
Grown man shit.
I really feel like this moment is beautiful because it shows how people can accept each other, say, hey, we got differences. We could agree to disagree. We don't have to be friends, but hey, we can put this behind us and move forward. Well, so if you haven't seen DDG and Reggie actually recently patched up their beef. If you didn't know about this beef, then you're probably employed. But if you want a whole rundown on the beef, then I made a video about it 2 months ago, so go ahead and watch that. But just to give it a quick summarization, Reggie said he didn't like DDG's music. DDG didn't like that, causing him to beef with Reggie. Things got taken completely too far, in my opinion. They didn't like each other ever since then. It recently caused problems because DDG wanted to show love on Casan's Mafia 3, which has been going on all month, the month of September. But he didn't come on because of his previous problems with Reggie. Even spawning this clip, which Reggie said he would not even play cards with DDG.
Play Mafia War.
Daryl.
I wouldn't even play cards with that. This keep me far from him. If you ain't, I ain't gonna say ain't, but it gonna thing we go.
I do think it was very mature of DDG to not want to mess up Kai's stream because of his beef. He said he would completely stay out of it if that's what he needed to do. And honestly, I can respect that. It's no need to stir the pot any more than it had already been stirred up to this point. Anyway, like I said earlier, DDG ended up eventually going on Kai's Mafia 3 and patching things up with Reggie. Spawning this moment right here.
Let's do the rest of that shit.
Put it in.
Grown man shit.
I really feel like this moment is beautiful because it shows how people can accept each other, say, hey, we got differences. We could agree to disagree. We don't have to be friends, but hey, we can put this behind us and move forward. I saw some people saying that they felt like that the squashing was fake because Reggie seemed to not make eye contact with DDG and DDG seemed the same way. They didn't really want to squash the thing, but I feel like this is what people have to understand. During their beef, Reggie said something about DDG's deceased brother, as well as DDG saying something about Reggie's deceased father. Now, of course, these are very under the belt jokes that I feel like people don't just move past and just accept and say, hey, it's okay. Honestly, if I was in that situation and DDG or Reggie, I don't think I could ever look at that person and be like, we could be best friends, we could be buddy-buddy, but in the same breath, we could always be cordial and we could work together to move the whole brand, the whole ship further. Of course, they're not going to be best friends. I don't know what you expected. It doesn't just erase what has been said. And honestly, what has been said is really bad. Honestly, no matter what, no matter how much I dislike something somebody said on the internet, personally, I wouldn't take it to those levels because I just don't think it's ever necessary. But that's what happened, and I don't think that's something either one of them is easily going to forgive. Now, the only fair point of criticism I could really see you realistically taking is that Reggie at one point did say that there's no rules to joking. Anything can happen. He even went as far as to say if somebody's cousin passed away, he would joke on it.
One of them type, bro. Don't argue with me if you know your cousin just died, bro. Don't argue with me if you know your cousin just got shot. That's not smart, bro. I'm talking about your cousin in the worst way possible, bro. Like to try to argue with you knowing they people just died. You said I'm ugly? Then your cousin just get shot in his head? Why didn't he duck? I'm foul. I'm being honest, bro. It ain't no rules. It ain't no rules when it come down to this joke. So once we start joking back and forth and you say something about me, I can say whatever I want. It ain't no limits on it. You go low, I'm going to hell.
Now again, is that something I would do? No. But I do feel like if you say something like this and you truly feel that way, you do have to be ready to take what you dish out. Overall, I feel like the whole thing was pretty much blown out of proportion. Never really had to be that. And I think that content creation especially is always stronger as a unit. That's always been one of my biggest pet peeves when people start beefing, people start breaking up groups. Because ultimately, I think it's always bad on everybody. Now, of course, you're entitled to your own opinion about that. You can feel however you want to feel, if they should have forgave each other or just been best friends or not. I'm just happy to see it talked out in a mature way because honestly, honestly, whenever guys get to this age and they just want to beef with each other, they want to fight more seriously, they want to spin or unalive somebody because of certain disagreements, I just always find it as the wrong way to go about a problem. Whenever I can see two people who have a disagreement, have a mature adult conversation, shake hands, put it behind them, I'm always gonna praise it, because that's always the way you should go about it. I said it in one of my other previous videos. I had an incident where I had a teammate who knocked out one of my teeth, and I just ultimately chose to forgive him and move on with my life. Now, a lot of people looked at me crazy. A lot of people thought that I should go about it and jump him and do all sort of types of things. But again, I feel like the best way to move forward is to just forgive him, put it behind me, and move on, just like these two dudes did. Look, bruh, if you can see anything from this, just know that together you guys are always going to be stronger. In separation, while it might drive initial views to be a lot higher, it's never going to lead to long-term success. It's always just a moment. I love to see the collaboration. I love to see people back together. I like to see them all smiling in the same room as each other. Now, I will also point out that Reggie, whenever they were doing the freestyle thing they did after they apologized, he did seem to like diss him again.
Pumpkin, DDG that broke and he be really fronting. Go do them gambling streams.
And I didn't like that too much, honestly, because I feel like if y'all move past it, hey, just move past it. Don't keep bringing it up. Don't keep dissing them. So I do get that aspect of criticism. But at the end of the day, I do feel like it takes a lot of maturity, again, to sit down, have a conversation, and say it's okay. How will this unification last? Only time will tell. Like I said, it definitely was a few indicators that they could still have some sort of animosity against each other. But again, I think with what was said, I think it's just always going to be a certain level of that. That's all I got to say about that. I just really wanted to praise them on coming together. I really like to see it. I like to see stuff like that all the time. I think it's a positive thing that should be spread to the masses more. Hey, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And look, before you go.
Bye.